Wait, what? Education. Education. Never mind. No, honey, no. What are they saying? Which time do we need to go? If we're gonna get tacos, I'd like to be there at least, give it good time to get tacos. Okay. Okay, but I will say, guys, for those of you who are, like, into YouTube and stuff, and, like, you kind of want to, like, know the analytics about YouTube, the biggest target audience right now are kids. Just saying. So if you are, like, wanting to start a YouTube channel and stuff, and, like, you don't want to put yourself on there, but, like, you want to do something, target kids. Target kids. That's what someone from YouTube told me. Like, like Bun Bun and Fro Fro. I was like, wow, we could do something with that. What about teens? I love targeting kids. Wait, no, that came out wrong. The target audience is kids. You don't want to, like... Oh, it's just, oh my goodness. Always been that way, though. It has, but it's the same thing with, like, YouTube. Like, TV and stuff, like, nothing's changed. Target kids, how about Walmart kids? No! Yo, wait, okay. That was weird. What? I got the joke! Target kids, Walmart kids. I get it! I didn't get it at first. I'm so sorry. That happens to me a lot. This kind of stuff happens to me quite frequently. It's just... And you're not the only one. Someone else got it, too. Because, like, Target in the store, and then he was like, or I don't know who it was. It's just food for thought to all you people. There's, like, oh my gosh, there's this one channel going into, like, analytics and stuff. If you care about, like, the analytics, there's this one channel where this guy and his daughter and his wife, I forget what channel it is. I've never even seen any of their videos. I've just heard people talk about them. He was at the Creator Summit, but they play with Barbie dolls. And it does amazing. It does absolutely amazing. Like, view-wise, subscriber-wise, and, like, income-wise. Like, it's insane. So, it's just food for thought. Do what you love. Johnson family? I don't know, maybe. I know, you belong to someone. I am not willing to play with Barbies. Well, no, I'm just saying, like, it's an idea. And then, like, if you have, like, little cousins or, like, kids and stuff, like, their minds are, like, the funniest thing. Sometimes those videos do really well. This is just, like, content idea for those of you who want to, like, start YouTube channels. Like, if you have, like, a little, like, baby cousin, like, they're funny to film. Like, our little cousin Nathan, he's so funny. Will there be a vlog soon? Yeah, but it's probably going to be a vlog of, like, different days that were spread out by several other days. No? Yeah. I haven't touched a Barbie in a long time. Same. We brought all of our Barbies and stuff from Missouri and we put them in storage just because, like, if I have kids and stuff, like, I want to pass down my toys because that's what my mom did. She passed down her, like, dolls and stuff to us, so. Have you ever had your heart broken? Yes, definitely, for sure. And it was, look, it looks like I'm dribbling. Freshman year, the day, 2 days before freshman year of high school, I was heartbroken. Have I ever been truly heartbroken? I think I've been heartbroken at a situation before, but I don't think a guy has ever, has a guy bad broken your heart to where you cried yourself to sleep every night? Is that heartbroken? Oh, yeah. But what if you get over it quickly? That's still heartbroken. What do you guys think? Is a heartbreak a thing a thing that lasts a long time, or is it something that just? I think what happens is that maybe like if it's not a long time, like let's say you get over them in like a week, then definitely not a heartbreak. But if you cried, yeah, I mean obviously it's sad and it's still like heartbreak. But if like you want to talk about heartbreak, like you were actually very heartbroken, I think it's definitely like several months if you're trying to get over them. But it's definitely both. I think if you are more sad for a longer period of time rather than just like weeks, they're both heartbreaks. But I think heartbreak, it doesn't go away in a day. But like, what about in like 2 or 3 weeks? Yeah, I think heartbreak could go away in like a week, if just depending on what kind of person you are. But like, if you really really liked that person and like they break up with you, then yeah, I've been heartbroken. Yeah, I have, cause I've been I think like several months later you still think about it and like bawl your eyes out. Oh, no. Oh. Like, he broke my heart, or I was just heartbroken at a situation? Like, he broke your heart. And several months later, I started crying about it. No, I got over that real quick. But he did break my heart for a little bit. I say just hard to get over. Yeah, no, it's hard to get over in general. In any kind of like relationship, even if you were the one to break up with the person, like it's hard to get over it. Breaking up with people. It's you don't, as a person, you don't want to put someone through that, and like it's almost like that. I'd rather be the one to get heartbroken than have to break someone's heart. Yeah. But sometimes you have to do things for yourself. Yeah, I think I've only been heartbroken like once. Like everyone keeps saying like your company. We know that Ronnie doesn't get her heartbroken. She breaks hearts. Ronnie's I'm a heartbreaker. I've only broken up with one of my boyfriends. I feel really bad, but it's true. I'm a heartbreaker. I don't like it. But I think you have a good point about being heartbroken about a situation. Yeah. Like when you can't be with someone, not because you don't like the person, but it's just because of your situation. Like, that's heartbreaking. Yeah. Sometimes it's good to break up if the relationship isn't healthy. And when you know it's not healthy. So here's the thing: when you're in a heartbreak. What paper? The article? Yeah. Yeah, it's in my room. You should print it out. You should go get it. I want to read some of it. It's good stuff. It's good advice. Okay, ready? Wait, I was saying something though. Where is it? It's in my room. Where in your room? I'll go get it, but I lost my train of thought. I was going to say that. Yeah, I think if you're not in a healthy relationship, it's definitely good to like end things. But here's the thing: not a lot of people know that they're in an unhealthy relationship, and not a lot of people know that they are part of the problem of an unhealthy relationship. Can we just take a moment? My mom printed this out for me while I was talking to someone, and I've kept it. And the title of the article: "Are you dating a loser? Identifying losers, controllers, and abusers in relationships." That part of the title isn't funny, but the first part is. She's like, "Here, Ronnie, I found this article. You should really read it." Someone said Brooklyn got heartbroken. Yeah, poor Brooklyn. I saw that video. Yeah, that sucks. Poor thing. That sucks. So we all deal with heartbreak in different ways. So. Okay. Are you dating a loser? We are going to find out if you are dating a loser. You're skipping through the entire article. No, not. It starts right here. But I'm not about to read. So listen to this. Listen to this, and you yourself will know deep down inside whether you can answer yes or no to these questions. Okay. And this is good advice. This is really, guys, we're about to get deep, so join us because we are going to identify if you are talking or in a friendship relationship with someone. This is going to let you know if they are toxic to you or Be very truthful and honest with yourself. Take your pride away and say, wow, I do that. That is not healthy. Yeah, because love is blinding and love makes us do crazy things sometimes. And it takes an outside voice to like make you see it sometimes. Here we go. So, the following is a list. The following list is an attempt to outline the characteristics of the loser and provide a manner in which women and men can identify potentially damaging relationships before they are themselves severely damaged emotionally or even physically. So isn't no one is a loser no matter what? Yeah, you're a loser if you're mean to people. You're a loser if you're, bees. It's not, if you're mentally abusive, that's a loser. Like, if you're an abusive person, like, there are losers. There's some people, I don't say everyone's a loser. Not everyone's a loser! But there are some people who are just don't deserve. If your partner possesses even one of these features, there is risk in the relationship. More than 3 of these indicators, and you are involved with the loser in a very high-risk relationship that will eventually create damage to you. When a high number of these features are present, it's not a probably or possibly. You will be hurt and damaged by the loser if you stay in the relationship. And this article uses the term loser very loosely. Like, okay, whatever. Okay, ready? 1. Rough treatment. The loser will hurt you on purpose. If he or she hits you, twists your arm, pulls your hair, kicks you, shoves you, or breaks your personal property even once, drop them. Male losers often begin with behaviors that move you physically or hit the wall. Female losers often slap, kick, and even punch their male partners when upset. 2. Quick attachment and expression. The loser has very shallow emotions and connections with others. One of the things that might attract you to the loser is how quickly he or she says, I love you, or wants to marry you, or commit to you. Typically, in less than a few weeks of dating, you'll hear that you're the love of their life. They want to be with you forever and they want to marry you. You'll receive gifts, a variety of promises, and be showered with their attention and nice gestures. This is the honeymoon phase, where they catch you and convince you that they are the best thing that ever happened to you. Remember the business saying, if it's too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. You may be so overwhelmed by this display of instant attraction, instant commitment, and instant planning for the future that you'll miss the major point. It doesn't make sense. Normal, healthy individuals require a long process to develop a relationship because there is so much at stake. Healthy individuals will wait for a long time and a lot of information before offering a commitment, not 3 weeks. It's true that we can become infatuated with others quickly, but not make such unrealistic promises and have the future planned after 3 dates. The rapid warm-up is always a sign of shallow emotions, which later cause the loser to detach from you as quickly as they committed. The loser typically wants to fight with you or marry you in less than 4 weeks or very early in the relationship. Now, that's not the case for everyone. Like, for example, Jess and Gabe, they like met each other and basically got married like super quick.
Sometimes you just know.
Sometimes you just know. But yeah. Anyways.
Okay, next thing.
That's all. So be mindful of that. That's happened to me. Just saying. It's unhealthy. Okay, what's number 3? Frightening temper. The loser has a scary temper. If your boyfriend or girlfriend blows up and does dangerous things like driving too fast because they're mad, breaking/throwing things, getting into fights, or threatening others, that temper will soon be turned in your direction. In the beginning of the relationship, you will be exposed to witness violence, fights with others, threats towards others, angry outbursts at others, etc. You will also hear of violence in their life. You will see and witness this temper, throwing things, yelling, cursing, driving fast, hitting walls, and kicking things. That quickly serves to intimidate you and cause you to fear their potential violence, although the loser quickly assures you that they are angry at other situations, not at you. At first, you will be assured that they will never direct the hostility and violence at you, but they are clearly letting you know that they have the ability and capability and that it might come your way. Later, you fear challenging or confronting them, fearing that the same temper and violence will be turned in your direction.
You get me?
Yes.
Killing your self-confidence. This is such a common one today with guys and girls. The loser repeatedly puts you down. They constantly correct your slight mistakes, making you feel on guard, unintelligent, and leaving you with the feeling that you are always doing something wrong. They tell you that you're too fat, too unattractive, or don't talk correctly or look good. This gradual chipping away at your confidence and self-esteem allows them to treat you badly later, as though you deserved it. There's also ways where people can say that your jokes are stupid, or oh, that wasn't funny, or just any way where you're feeling like I don't know, when someone's demeaning you, that's killing your self-confidence. Just any way where someone's killing your self-confidence. In public, you will be walking on eggshells, always fearing you are doing or saying something that will later create a temper outburst or a verbal argument. Look at what I did. That was number 4. That's number 4.
Number 5.
Cutting off your support. Ooh, this one's happened to me too. In order to control someone completely, you must cut off their supportive friends, sometimes even their family. The loser feels your friends and family might influence you or offer negative opinions about their behavior. The loser begins by telling you these friends treat you badly, take advantage of you, and don't understand the special nature of the love you share with them. In some cases, if they can't get rid of your best same-sex friend, the loser will claim he or she made a pass at them. If you talk to your friends or family, the loser will punish you by asking multiple questions or making nasty accusations. Eventually, rather than face the verbal punishment, interrogation, and abuse, you'll develop the feeling that it's better not to talk to family and friends. You will withdraw from friends and family, prompting them to become upset with you. The loser then tells you they are treating you badly again, and you'd be better to keep your distance from them. Once you are isolated and alone without support, their control over you can increase. So, I don't know. I feel like it's really worded very maturely. So I don't know if do you guys get that? Basically, if you have a really good relationship with your family or your friends, and they don't like the guy you're talking to, that person could tell you terrible things about your family and your friends just to get you not to talk to them so they can have you to themselves. You get me? Yes. Okay. The mean and sweet cycle. The loser cycles from mean to sweet and back again. The cycle starts when they are intentionally hurtful and mean. You may be verbally abused, cursed, and threatened over something minor. Suddenly, the next day, they become sweet, doing all those little things they did when you started dating. You hang on, hoping each mean, then sweet cycle is the last one. The other purpose of the mean cycle is to allow the loser to say very nasty things about you or those you care about. Again, chipping away at your self-esteem and confidence. The loser often apologizes, but the damage to your self-esteem is already done, exactly as planned. And that one sucks. That one is confusing. When people do that to you, when they're mean, and then all of a sudden nice to you the next day, and you're just like, what the heck? What am I supposed to do? I don't even know, It's just it's confused. Who would do these things? Lots of people.
Lots of people
Do these things.
They're doing it.
And isn't it funny how you read this and you're like, that's absurd. No one would do that. Oh, this happens in so many relationships, and if you're in a relationship, I bet you one of these things is happening. Like this one. I feel like this one's a super common thing. It's always your fault. The loser blames you for their anger, as well as any behavior that is incorrect. When they cheat on you, yell at you, treat you badly, damage your property, or embarrass you publicly, it's somehow your fault. If you are 10 minutes late for a date, it's your fault that the male loser drives 80 miles per hour, runs people off the road, and pouts the rest of the evening. The loser tells you their anger and misbehavior would not have happened if you had not made some simple mistake, had loved them more, or had not questioned their behavior. The loser never takes personal responsibility for their behavior. It's always the fault of someone else. If they drive like a maniac and try to pull an innocent driver off the highway to assault them, it's actually the fault of the other driver, not his. as they didn't use the turn signal when they changed lanes. They give you the impression that you had it. They give you the impression that you had it coming and deserves the anger, violence, pouting, or physical display of aggression. So it says, I repeat, this is a straight up F-boy list. These are 100 signs. Okay, come on. This is 100% signs of an F-boy. Oh, this is 100% signs of an F-boy, but also 100% signs of an F-girl, if that's like even a thing. Like, girls do this type of stuff too. Like, for those of you who are wondering, we're reading this article that talks about what is bad in a relationship, like toxic people that you should stay away from when it comes to relationships. So yeah. F-boy, F-girl 101. This is literally the people you should, like, if they do this type of stuff, this is mentally and emotional abuse. Like, what we're reading right here, like, that's what abuse is. And when people are like, I was abused, and you're like, were you physically abused? No. Like, this is mentally abusive, and this kind of stuff will stick with you for years. Like, it's not hard, like, it's not easy to... There's one more. Okay, is this the last one? This is the last. Can I read parts of it? Breakup panic. The loser panics at the idea of breaking up, unless it's totally their idea and then you're dropped like a hot rock. Abusive boyfriends often break down and cry. They plead, they promise to change, and they offer marriage, trips, gifts when you threaten to end the relationship. Both male and female losers may threaten suicide, threaten to return to old sweethearts who feel lucky they're gone, or threaten to quit their job and leave the area, as though you will be responsible for those decisions. The loser offers a multitude of deals and halfway measures, like, let's just date one more month. Oh. They shower you with phone calls, often every 5 minutes, hoping that you will make an agreement or see them just to stop the telephone harassment. Some call your relatives, your friends, their friends, and anyone else they can think of, telling those people to call you and tell you how much they love you. Creative losers often create so much social pressure that the victim agrees to go back to the bad relationship rather than continue under the social pressure. Imagine trying to end a relationship and receiving tearful calls from all his or her relatives. They secretly hope you'll keep them so they don't have to. Seeing a plea for you to return it in the newspaper, or even a local billboard, receiving flowers at work each day, or having them arrive at your place of work and offer you a wedding ring, male loser technique, or inform you that they might be pregnant, female loser technique, in front of your co-workers. Their reaction is emotionally intense, a behavior they use to keep you an emotional prisoner. If you go back to them, you actually fear a worse reaction if you threaten to leave again, making you a prisoner, and they later frequently call the incident to you as further evidence of what a bad person you are. Wait, hold on. Someone just commented saying, I don't have a boyfriend, can't relate at all. No. You need to know this stuff so when you do get a boyfriend, you can see it. Remember, if your prize dog jumps the fence and escapes, when you get him back, you build a higher fence. Once back in the grasp of the loser, escape will be 3 times as difficult the next time. Oh, no, there's 2 more. You said there was 1 more left. Wait, what? There's 2 more? Oh my gosh, can we just this is too long. I feel like we went over the basic ones. Hold on. No outside interests. They will encourage you to drop your hobbies. This is so they can control you. Oh, the control one. That's a pretty good one. Okay, we're gonna read this because this is all really good stuff. What is the title of the article? Are you dating a loser? Yeah, from counselingresource.com. My mom sent this to me. She printed it out and handed this paper to me and was like, "Here, honey." I was like, okay. And then I didn't read it till after. I'll read it. I'll read this quickly. Okay, it's not that long. Okay, ready? 9. No outside interest. The loser will encourage you to drop your hobbies, interest, and involvement with others. If you have individual activity, they demand that they accompany you, making you feel miserable during the entire activity. The idea behind this is to prevent you from having fun or interests other than those which they totally control. So basically, if they want to be they go everywhere with you. Like, you can't let that happen. You can't just go everywhere. I've never had that problem. Me either. I've never had that problem. Okay. Last one. Paranoid control. The loser will check up on you and keep track of where you are and who you are with. If you speak to a member of the opposite sex, you receive 20 questions about how you know them. If you don't answer their phone call, you are asked where you were, what you were doing, who you were talking to, etc. They will notice the type of mud on your car, question you why you shop certain places, question why you called a friend, why the friend called you, and so forth. Some losers follow you to the grocery store and then ask later if you've been there in an attempt to catch you in a lie. In severe cases, they go through your mail, look through your purse/wallet, hit your redial on the phone. Oh my gosh, this is an old article. Hit your redial on the phone when they arrive, or search through your garbage for evidence. High-tech losers may encourage you to make private calls to friends from their residence, calls that are being secretly taped for later reference. They may begin to tell you what to wear, what to listen to in music, how to behave in public. Eventually, they tell you that you cannot talk to certain friends or acquaintances, go certain places, or talk about certain issues in public. If no date is planned on Friday night, the loser will inform you that they will call you that night sometime. That effectively keeps you home, awaiting the call, fearing the verbal abuse and questions you might receive if you weren't home for the call. This technique allows the loser to do what they want socially, at the same time controlling your behavior from a distance or a local bar. And that is it. The last one is so important, and so many people do this. Like, I see it so many, like, as memes on, like Twitter and stuff. How people, like, how girls are always like, who you talking to? Like, who, like, what girl is that? You know, people make jokes about that. But that's a sign of paranoid control. Like, that's a control freak. Like, you can't be that way. So I'm scared to date.
No, dating is fun.
Dating is oh. But here's the thing. Okay, it's scary. Here's how I see dating. Ready? For me, essentially, you date to marry.
It's a scary
thought. If you want to get married, you have to date someone.
Isn't it written by Dr. Joseph?
Yes, it is. You date someone to figure out if they're a good candidate to spend the rest of your life with. And you can't deny that that's not true. Like, and that's why you break up with people, because you're like, oh, I didn't like the way he treated me. Like, I don't want that for my next relationship. And so essentially you date to marry. Some people are lucky enough to find the person they want to spend the rest of their life with, you know, as their first boyfriend or first girlfriend, you know. So I think, you know, when it comes to dating, yeah, it's scary. It can be really scary, but at the same time, it can be really fun. It's also scary because you have to look out for things that are not healthy in a relationship. And that's why I always stress so much about making sure you are 100% happy with who you are. Because if you are not 100% happy with who you are and you're insecure, you're going to end up doing some of this stuff that it says, like, the loser. Are you dating a loser? You end up becoming the person who's a loser. What?
I just realized I've been spelling a word wrong this entire time. Sorry. Keep going.
So basically, make sure you are happy with who you are and you love yourself, and make sure you find someone who is also happy with who they are and love themselves too, because then you will most likely not deal with most of that stuff. I think here and there you will probably deal with one of those things in a relationship. I think it's just bound to happen, because I can tell you right now, every single relationship I've had, multiple of those things on that list were in each relationship. And I think we need to be mindful of, like, how controlling we are, how, you know, we treat our significant other, you know. You can't just, you know, you gotta let them be too, you know. So at the end of the day, be careful when it comes to relationships. When you feel something inside, like something is wrong and something is not right, trust your instinct, trust that gut feeling. Don't fall hard fast. Fall hard fast. Always be friends first. That's what I think. I think the best thing is to be friends with the person first. Then you get to, like, know them. Then you could date. Like, I think it's easier that way. Yeah. So I think, yeah, the moral of the story is take your time, love yourself first, and then you can love others. and then be mindful of who you date and look out for signs. But then you're friend zoned. So, but who cares? If you like the person and you're friend zoned, look, listen, when I dated Aaron, we were friends for a whole year. And I was single when I met him, and he was single, but then he started dating someone. But was I friend zoned? No. I didn't look at it as like, oh, I was friend zoned. I looked at it as, he's my friend. And if he comes to me for advice, I'm going to be there for him. Like, obviously, yeah, I think he was like really attractive and everything. And I was like, I had a huge crush on him. But I didn't see it as, oh, I was friend zoned. Like, I don't like to think I'm honestly, for me personally, I am never friend zoned because I don't put like myself there. And when I say I don't put myself there, I don't ever. I mean I don't label it as being friend zoned, if that makes sense. So that's why in the past I've always been like, the friend zone doesn't exist, and now I can finally explain it. I explained it why I say it doesn't exist. It's just something we just put ourselves in. Someone just asked, do you consider flirting cheating? I consider your intentions with the person and what you say to that person cheating. If you like someone and you're dating someone else and you have the intentions of trying to like get their attention, I think that's a form of cheating. Yeah, because there's definitely been situations where like I've been too nice to a guy and he thinks I'm flirting with him. Oh yeah, and that happened when I was even dating Aaron. Like I would just be nice and they'd think I was flirting and I'd be like, oh my. But see, but that wasn't your intention. No, I was just like, oh, I'm cheating. Like, oh, your shirt's pretty cool. And they're like, oh, she likes my shirt. She likes me. She wants to marry me. And I'm like, no, I just liked your shirt. So yeah, I think in the end, so I don't think, for those of you who are worried about the friend zone, I think you should not be worried about it. And I think kind of goes back to what Ronnie was saying earlier about how we feel that it's more important to keep friendships than ruin them with relationships. I think sometimes it's better to do that, even with like someone you like. Like it's better to be friends with them because you never know. Like, what if they're an awful person and you're spending all this time trying to win them over and not be in the friend zone when really they're an awful person, you know? I don't know. Nessa, calm down. Ronnie is shook. It's just, I don't know. Yes, the safest way, friends first. Yeah, so yeah, I just get annoyed when people are like, I'm this friend zoned. Okay, only you think you were friend zoned, not necessarily was it friend zoned. Like, if like I feel like you can say that you were friend zoned for sure if she leads you on and then never talks to you. Yeah, that's definitely like a friend. But if they're like trying to actually be your friend, like if you want, yeah, and I think that's like the thing. Like you should be. That's why I always like you should be friends first. So, and if you are talking, listen, guys and girls, if you are talking to someone, you guys are friends, and you like them, and they are flirting with you, giving you mixed signals, and then all of a sudden they're like, I just want to be friends. Then you need to get away from that person, because that is also like confusing. Yeah. Mixed signals, if you are getting mixed signals from someone, you better run. Because that's just not, you might as well not deal with it. Like, I've been dealing with that recently, and literally it took me, like, recently? Hold on, I've been dealing with that for, like, the past month. I've been getting mixed signals from people, and people! Like, yeah, even, like, people that don't want to, like, pursue dating, you know? Who are you talking to? Anyways, mixed signals, they play with you, they mess with your brain, you start overthinking things, and you just like are like, oh my god, you just need to get away from that. And it literally took me like the beginning of this week to just finally be like, yeah, I cannot talk to that person anymore. Like, just no. So yeah, heartbreak is heartbreak though. It's going to happen to everyone. So I guess this whole conversation all comes back to heartbreak because that's where it started. Yes, heartbreak is a thing, and we will experience it in many different ways. Not even in relationship, like dating someone. You'll experience it with, a death. You'll experience it with someone who makes a really, really bad decision. You'll experience it with a friendship, It's just bound to happen. Yes, but rejection is protection. So if something doesn't work out, it just means you are being protected from something and that there is something better planned for you. We can be our own heartbreakers too. Yeah. Someone said, Ronnie, I think you have a lazy eye. Yeah, you can be your own heartbreaker.
I really do. This eye is smaller than this eye. Sometimes you can see it, sometimes you cannot, but it's definitely smaller.
No, yeah, you can definitely be your own heartbreaker, as in doing something you said you wouldn't do, you can, as in disappointment. You can always even put yourself in situations that you're going to get your heart broken, but you still do it anyways. Anyways, it's complicated. Dating and love and liking someone, having a crush is complicated. It's fun, it's happy, it's sad, it's very emotional. And it's, I think, one of the craziest things a human can experience is, being in love with someone. But don't stress about it. Y'all are fine. You've got a lot of time. And even if you're 30 and single, I know so many people who are 30 and single, and they're having the time of their lives.
Someone just commented, is that a real porcupine?
Alright, so I think
on that note, no, this is not a real porcupine, and this is a hedgehog. So you can't do this to porcupines.
For those of you wondering what article that was, because I highly, highly suggest you just kind of read it yourself. It's called Are You Dating a Loser? Identifying Losers, Controllers, and Abusers in Relationships. And it's written by Dr. Joseph M. Carver, PhD, on counselingresource.com. And this is what it looks like. For those of you who just want it for personal reasons. I think this is a good article to have and keep around, and always to kind of read every once in a while to evaluate yourself and evaluate a person you're friends with or even in a relationship with. It is a good article. Yes, it is a very good article. Okay, so I think we've been on here long enough.
Is that a fake giraffe? You know what's funny? Our grandma has a ton of giraffe statues at her house. So it made me think of that immediately. She's got a collection of them. They're beautiful. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sorry, Nana, if you're watching, but it just made that comment made me. It reminded me of the giraffes that she has.
Has your friend dated your ex? Ooh, yeah. I had a friend once. She didn't date him, but she hooked up with him. But it was a year later. I just remember being really grossed out. Ew. Ew, I'm still grossed out thinking about it today. But who? I can't say. Is it in high school? I mean, my first relationship and my first heartbreak happened in middle school, so. Yeah, but it happened. She hooked up with him in high school, so yeah. Okay, do you guys have homework? Yep, I've got homework.
What's wrong with dating a friend's ex? You ruin your friendship.
Hold on.
Nessa, how would you like it if I dated your ex?
That would be awful. But let's say you met someone, right? You're not good friends with them. You barely know who they are. You don't even know their favorite color. You don't know when their birthday is. You don't know anything about them, but you would say you're friends with them, and you date their ex. I think that's totally fine. Because you don't know that person. You don't have a deep relationship with that person. I think it's wrong when you have a deep relationship with someone.
Yeah, that's what they're saying, a friend's ex,
Right, but what kind of friend is the
typical friend is oh, buddy,
you don't know, I love you.
Not
that
really.
Kind of friendship. Not really.
That's just the cliche question.
Well, no,
oh my gosh, you're looking way too deep into this.
No, I'm not, because people do that. People who are she's my friend, why is she dating my ex, when really they're not that good of friends?
True. Okay, now I see your point.
Get the point? Okay. Sorry.
Okay, let's stop talking about this. Yep.
Sorry, I like having these like talks with you guys. I like giving you my perspective on these types of things. I really enjoy it. So
one time I dated my quote unquote friend's ex. That's because I was crushing hard on him. This was in middle school. She was okay with it though. So. Oh, I'm about to say, who? Oh. What? I mean, yeah, if your friend, but if your friend is fine with
found
it.
out that guy only dated me to get his first
Kiss. Do you know what? What the heck? That's why I broke up with him first. When you hear something, I heard that. Okay, so this guy started dating me.
No,
because he wanted
a first kiss.
And he wanted it to be me.
Ronnie,
And that's what someone told me.
He 100% had a first kiss before
No,
you.
he didn't.
Oh,
No. He didn't, because I asked around. I asked.
There's no way.
Okay, no, stop. Middle school. Okay, so anyways. Then so that was the only reason why he wanted to date me, and that he was gonna break up with me. And so I was like, oh. I went home crying because I really liked this guy, and I was like, screw this guy. And I called him. I was like, we're breaking up. So I broke up with him before he could break up with me, because I'm the heartbreaker. Oh, but you know what? Here, I was thinking about it. So back to the friends dating an ex thing. I was thinking about it. And if any of my friends, like, in Missouri that I was friends with, decided they wanted to date my ex, like, I'd be okay with it. Like, it wouldn't bother me. But let's say my best friend Hannah wanted to date my ex, I'd be like, Hannah, no. Well, you can't, because that's not a thing. So yeah, but anyways, people keep asking me, have you ever been cheated on? Have you ever been cheated on? I have. I wouldn't know. I have. Have you? I have. See, sometimes you wouldn't know. If you say like, no, I haven't, but do you know that? Yeah, and it was like, they cheated on me and then blamed me for all these things. And it was my fault. Would you date your sister's ex? Oh, heck no. Her ex is... They're awful people, Ronnie. Some of them are okay. Okay. Okay, there's one for sure that's like a no. But like, they were good guys. Come on, they were good guys. And they all had these qualities, multiple qualities. Heck no. Would you date one of my exes? No, because you dated them. Right. But were they good people? No. Right. So why would you date one of my exes? I don't know. Well, okay. Well, backtrack. Aaron was not a bad person.
Yeah, no, I was about to say, like, you should probably.
But you would not date him.
No.
Chase. Okay. Wait, guys. The weirdest thing happened to me the other day. Going. I know. I said when. When? Soon. Because I want those tacos. I know. I want tacos too. Tacos. Internet dating? Don't do it. Sorry.
No. Our aunt met a guy on the internet, and they are happy together right now.
Okay, fine. You can do it. Just be smart.
Be very
get
smart.
to know the person. My thing is just get to know the person before anything. Okay? So if you want to date someone over the internet, please get to know them. And when I say get to know them, don't ask them what their favorite color is. Tell them, look, like, listen to when they complain to you about situations that are happening to them, like drama in their life, and listen to how they handle it, what they say about people, how they handle certain situations. That is how you are going to get to know someone, is by their character and how they handle things. If they handle it awful, then bye-bye. Don't deal with it. But if they handle it in a very, very mature way, you better keep that person. Okay. I think this is enough talk for today about love and advice. Make sure they can also video chat. Yeah, make sure they're reading you. I'm trying to make Hedgie dab. Dab. Wait.
Deb, I can't do it. Hedgie doesn't have big enough arms to dab. Deb, what weird thing happened to you? I don't know. Well, I think I've never dated online, but I've definitely had like a long distance relationship, and I will say that like you don't get to know the person over text. Like that's just a fact. You don't get to know them over text, and you don't get to know them really, and you judge their true character based on how they handle situations. And that's the hard thing about like long distance. That's the hard thing about dating on the internet. It's just hard, you know. Okay. All right. Stop. I'm tired of talking about this. I'm not tired of talking about this. I could talk about this all day long, but I'm going to stop. I can't. Jeez. I love talking about this kind of stuff. Why? I love helping people out. Wow. I like helping you out too. What? Do you know how many people on here probably figured out, or who are dating someone who probably are in a toxic relationship, and they figured out just because of this broadcast? At least one person. At least one. And if I could help that one person figure out that they need to move on, then I'm great. I'm doing good. Okay. All right. Okay. See? Look, two people. See? I did my job. Alright. Alright. Well, we're gonna get off. Yeah, we've got acting class tonight. We don't have any scenes because we haven't been to acting class the past 2 times. You can't make us do the same exercise though, right? I don't know. I just really want to do Essence. Me too. They probably will make me do some like weird like exercise. Why don't we do an improv scene? Oh, I've done improv scenes. I want to do Essence. But I haven't done an improv scene. Then you can do an improv scene with someone else. But what if someone else says I know? Fine, we'll just play it by ear. Okay, we've got to go. Thank you so much for tuning in to this broadcast where we give you advice about love and dating. If you guys want more advice, wait till next week. Bye, guys. Wait, stay tuned for Thursday. We're going to make tortillas from scratch. Yes. On YouTube. Yes.